Welcome to the International Evaluation Bechdel Bureau. We have reviewed your existence, and I don't believe that you pass the test. So let's just start with the questioning. I just want you to confirm some things with me. I have your file right here. You are obviously a man. Sorry, my voice is a bit broken. My throat is a bit sore. You know, talking to men every day will basically ruin your health. Your profession, yes, you're a screenwriter. Okay. Trying to make it to Netflix, obviously. Have you ever written a screenplay where two women talk to each other? And if yes, yeah. Was one of them played by your ex? Important detail. Can you name three women in your favorite movie who aren't dead by Act 2, a mother figure obsessed with a man named Scott? That's one. No. Mother figure. Alright, let's move on. Do your female characters have first names, hobbies, trauma that doesn't involve a man? Are they just here to ground the hero? Okay. When writing a woman, have you used the words feisty, sassy, ethereal, girl boss? Okay. You listed Fleabag as your favorite feminist show, but you fast forwarded through all the monologues. So, oh yes, we have access to that. We know how you watch your shows. Okay. About your mom, you often say that she's your best friend, and yet you've never seen her as a person, so I was also wondering about that. Would you describe yourself as an ally, or do you let your therapist do that for you? Okay. And your favorite female character is Ramona Flowers. The defense rests. As for your punishment, I was cooking up something. I have some ideas, some things that I think you could do. Maybe watch, forced to watch, obviously, the Portrait of a Lady on Fire, 15 times in a row. With no men present and no commentary track. Maybe we will have to take this to feminist courts. There's also a feminist reform camp, but so much demand, we're just full at this point. Let me see if we're okay with all the questions. Now, when it comes to your screenplay or book, whatever you're into, about your female characters, I wanted to know why all your female characters only talk in internal monologues about their complicated pasts, and none of them have a single girlfriend, you know? Okay. Interesting. Did you name your main female character Luna Just because you heard it sounds mysterious. Okay. Alright. At any point, do your female characters solve a problem without crying or having sex with someone about it? Okay. Is there a reason why the only woman with a job in your book is a waitress? And her big dream is not to be a waitress anymore? Yeah, okay. Why is her trauma your plot twist? Okay. If anything, I noticed as well, you described her breasts before you gave her a last name. Thoughts? I thought so. About the dialogue, in the entire book, the two women ever speak to each other without discussing a breakup, a man who ghosted them, or the smell of whiskey on his skin. You deserve better, babe. Why does every conversation between women end with one of them saying that? Or he's not that interested. Okay. Let me just write this down. So you had 3 women in the book, not major characters, but one dies, one disappears, one falls in love with the man who yelled at her on page 2. Was that intentional or just lazy? Okay. Part of the story is set in a university, somehow not one female professor. Okay. You gave the talking dog a better backstory than the single mother in chapter 5. Okay. Okay. Why do the women only exist to change the man's life, but the man never learns how to do dishes? You said this novel in 2024, which was last year. And the women still refer to themselves as not like other girls. Kind of pick me behavior, don't you think? This is 2025, huh? I'm afraid this manuscript doesn't pass the Bechdel Test, much like your whole existence. So we are recommending 6-month sentence, reading actual women written novels, watching Portrait of a Woman on Fire, as I said, plus Pride 2014 on loop, 15 times each. I know it is radical, and yeah, basically that will be it. I will be forwarding your sentence to the county, and that's about it. You may leave. You may not appeal. Goodbye.